Good day. Professor Jane Salvador from Section 8, COE01, Subject ENG 151, under Ms. Marilu F. Mambuay. Since we are tasked to choose one topic from the lessons we have in EP, I have chosen code switching from activity sheet number 15, lesson 12. And I picked this topic because I personally can relate to it. If I challenge myself to speak within 1 hour straight Bisaya, I highly doubt that I can do it. But first, let us define what is code switching. Code switching is when a speaker alternates two or more languages or dialects or any variety of language in one conversation. It is common in bilingual or multilingual communities, which so happen in the Philippines, where we are living in a multilingual nation. But luckily, thankfully, and fortunately, we have a national language, which is Filipino. We can often observe ourselves or any co-Filipino use code switching, just like in a TV show where the host introduces a contestant and it goes like this. And now, palagpagan po natin, Ms. Veronica Arenoli. Or even apologizing to someone fellow Cagayanon, it goes like this. Sorry kaayo. It is where code switching happens. Sorry is an English word, and then kaayo is Bisaya. Sorry kaayo. I am using an alternate languages in there. And there are 3 reasons why people use code switching. Number 1 is to fulfill a need. It is where a speaker may not be able to express him or herself in one language, especially when upset, tired, or when the speaker is less fluent in one language. Example is when an American whose mother tongue and or language is English, obviously, came to you and to your friends and asked you a question. Do you know where Rizal Mall is? And you answered, yes, I know. You see that tall building? You just go left, turn right, and then you're like asking your friend, hello, so gani English siya at bang? So that's when I'm gonna use code switching to express yourself. But unfortunately for that American, he or she cannot understand the code switching that you will be using. So what to do? Second is to express solidarity. This is where the speaker and the listener share the same code switch. Common examples will be jokes, bad jokes in particular. For example, the speaker asks you this: give food that is fast. The answer is supas, or so fast, but it's just being code switched. Like soup is where the food, and then fast or pass, so that is called supas, sopas in Tagalog, just like that. Third, lastly, is to exclude others. It is where the speaker doesn't want to include his or her listener about what he or she is going to say. Like for example, when you are with your friends and you're traveling in Manila, and then you saw someone creepy or whatever it is that you do with your friends, and you saw someone who is not into your liking, of course you are going to talk about them. But then that someone came near you, and then what to do? To get an idea, since you two can speak Bisaya and those from Manila cannot, then you're going to speak in Bisaya and talk about that someone. Because you don't want to include them, you are to exclude them. So that's it. And if you're going to ask me what I think about code switching, I find it great. I was once asked by my teacher, is there a negative impact in code switching? My answer is, I personally believe that there is no negative impact in code switching. Although code switching, generally speaking, is not an official language, but as for me, as long as I speak the same language at the same time with the speaker or someone that I spoke with, I believe that there is nothing wrong with it. And as a citizen in the Philippines, we are living in a multilingual community. I perceive it as a normal way of speaking or talking because it is inevitable. Module 15 as well taught me a lot of reasons to use code switching and found nothing offensive with it, especially the full feel to need reason. Code switching even encouraged me to do it too, and as long as I am talking to someone who has the same perspective and situation as I am, then it'll be okay. But for some, maybe those people who are talking or speaking only one language, code switching may not be good to them.